it blows a memento as I fall behind. I'm so sorry for dreaming about the future. Maybe I'll be better when we're old enough.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm your host and today we are talking about something that's literally everywhere right now, AI. Seriously, it feels like AI is taking over everything. People use it for homework, work, editing photos, writing caption, even deciding what to eat. But here the real question, are we using AI or AI start to use us? To help us and practice, I'm here with our amazing speaker. Welcome!
Okay, hi guys. Thank you for having me, Wilda. Okay, honestly, this is one of the hottest topic right now because AI is not just the future anymore, but it's already part of our daily lives.
Exactly. I mean, remember when Googling something was normal? Now people just AI and instead need an essay, AI need a relationship advice, AI need a gym plan, AI need someone to talk to at 2 a.m. AI. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's actually true. AI has become everyone's personal assistant. The best part is that it's super fast, so it can create presentations, answer questions, translate languages, and even generate images within seconds. So it's understandable why people love it, but here's the problem. Just because AI sounds confident doesn't mean it's always correct.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something people forget. Sometimes AI answer like it know everything. It sounds so convincing that people don't even bother checking it.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen people asking AI for medical advice, and even for investment tips, and then they're following the answers immediately. And then for some parents or older adults now trust AI because they think, well, it's smart computer, so it must be right. Guys, will AI still can make mistakes? It gives outdated information, misunderstand the question, and it really makes things up. So as a person, as a human, we should always double check the important questions.
Speaking of making things up, can we talk about fake AI content? Because lately my Instagram and TikTok are full of videos that look real, but they're actually AI generated. It's getting harder to tell what's real and what's fake.
Okay, that's one of the biggest issues today, yeah. Because now AI can create fake photos, fake videos, and even fake voices. And imagine that getting a phone call that sounds exactly like your mother, your sister, your brother, or your family, asking you money to send immediately, and or watching a video of a celebrity saying something shocking when they actually never said it. That's called a deepfake. It can be used for scams, spreading misinformations, and even damaging someone's reputations. And for me, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, sometimes I see something online and my first reaction is, wait, is this even real anymore?
Yeah, and that's exactly why critical thinking is becoming more important than ever. Because before sharing or believing something online, we should ask ourselves first, posted this, is there any proof, or can I find some information from a trusted source? Because nowadays, not everything we see can be trusted.
Okay, but here another thing I've noticed, some people don't just use AI for work. They literally talk to AI every single day, like they're send about their problem, ask for a relationship advice, or even say AI their best friend. What do you think about that?
Okay, honestly, I get why people do it
Because AI doesn't judge you, right? It's available 24/7 and it always replies constantly. So for some people it feels comforting, but at the end of the day, AI is not a real person. It doesn't have emotions, doesn't truly understand what you're feeling, and talking to AI can be helpful sometimes, but it shouldn't replace real human connections. And I think nothing can replace having conversation with you, with friends, with family, or people who genuinely care about you. That's a really good point. AI can support us, but it seldom become our entire social life. Exactly, and the same goes for school. A lot of students ask AI to finish assignments in 5 minutes or even less than 5 minutes. But if AI is doing all the thinking, are we learning anything? But AI should help us understand difficult topics, but not to work for us. I love that use AI to learn, not to be lazy. Exactly, AI is just a tool, just like Google, calculators, and the internet. But I think the tool is not the problem, but the problem is how we choose to use it. Because guys, if we use AI responsibly, it can make our daily lives easier, but if we use it blindly or misuse it, it can make serious problems. Couldn't agree more. So I guess the takeaway today is AI is powerful, it's fun, it's useful, but don't let it replace your common sense. Keep asking questions, keep thinking critically, and remember your brain still matters. Yeah, absolutely. AI can answer questions, but only human can make thoughtful decisions. So empathy and take responsibility. And I think that's something no machine can replace. Well said. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been such an interesting conversation. Okay, thank you Wilda for having me. It was so fun. And thank you to everyone who listening. If today's episode made you think twice before believing everything AI tells you, then we've done our job. We'll see you in the next episode. Stay curious, stay smart, and don't forget use AI wisely, not blindly. Bye everyone. Bye. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Miller as a host and I'm here with my friend Wilda. Okay, thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you're doing well. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about cryptography. It might sound like a difficult topic, but actually guys, it's something we use almost every day without realizing it. So if you are guys curious, let's get started. Okay, Wilda, how are you today? Hello everyone, I'm doing great. Thanks. I'm really happy to be here. Honestly, when I first heard the word cryptography, I thought it was only for hacker or cybersecurity expert. But after learning about it, I realized it's much more common than I expected. I thought the same. At first, the word sounded really complicated, but after reading about it, I found out that cryptography is the part of many applications we use every day. But for anyone who might not know, could you explain what cryptography is in a simple way? Sure. Simply put, the cryptography is a way to keep information safe. It changes our data into a secret code, so only the right person can read it. For example, when you send a message on WhatsApp or log into your online banking account, cryptography help protect your personal information from other people. So even we don't see it, it's always working in the background. That's a really easy explanation to understand. I think many people use technology every day, but they don't really think about how their information stays secure. And for example, when I shop online or transfer money using mobile banking, I only focus on finishing the transaction. I never think what happens behind the scenes. Exactly, most people are like that. We just type our password, click login, and everything works. But actually, cryptography is protecting our password, personal data, and even our bank information. Without it, hackers could easily steal our information.
That's a little scary. Imagine if online banking didn't have any security. I don't think many people would feel comfortable using it.
I agree. That's why cryptography is so important today. It's not only used in banking. We can also find it in email service, online shopping website, social media, and messaging apps like WhatsApp and Telegram. Basically, whenever our private information is sent to the internet, cryptography helps keep it safe.
Oh, I didn't realize it was used in so many places. Besides protecting our information, are there any other benefits?
Yes, definitely. One important benefit is that it helps make sure our data it's changed while isn't being sent. It's also help confirm we're communicating with the right person or website. For example, when we visit a secure website with HTTPS, that one site that cryptography is being used to protect our connection.
Oh, I didn't know that. I usually see the little lock icon in the browser, but I never really paid attention to what it means.
You're not the only one. A lot of people ignore it, but that small look actually show that your connection is encrypted, which make it much safer.
That's really interesting. But like every technologies, I guess cryptography also has some challenges, right?
Yes, that's true. One challenge is that stronger security sometimes make a system a little slower. Another problem is when people forget their password or encryption keys. If that's happen, recovering the data can be very difficult. Also, some criminal the encryption to hide illegal activities. So that's create challenge for law enforcement.
That's a good point. So the technology is not the problem. It depends how people use it.
Exactly. I think cryptography is one of the best example of that. It's helped millions of people protect personal information every day, but at the same time, people still need to use technology responsibly. We should create a strong password, avoid sharing personal information carelessly, and always be careful when using Wi-Fi public. Technology can help us, but good habits are just as important.
I completely agree. As students who study technologies, I think learning about cryptography is very useful even if we don't become cybersecurity experts in the future. But understanding basic digital security can help us protect ourselves and many people.
Absolutely. Technology keeps changing and cyber threats are becoming more advanced every year. That's why learning about digital security is more important for everyone, not just for people who work in IT.
Yeah, well, that's a great way to end today's discussion. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I learned a lot from our conversations.
Thank you too. I really enjoy talking about this topic, and hopefully our discussion can help everyone understand why cryptography is such an part of our digital lives.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who's been listening. We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something new. And see you in our next podcast. Bye
Bye everyone. Thanks for listening.